So I've got 3 simple tips I'd like to share with you today. They've been bringing a lot of value to my running world, and I think they'll bring value to you also. And the first one is to reframe your training week. Hi, I'm Ralph, and this is the Ageless Runner. I'm all about helping you have a fun, healthy, and safe running life at any age, and especially as you grow older. Now, when we're talking about reframing your training week, typically we think of our training in 7 days. If you go on the internet, look at any training plan or get out any book, it's 7 days. Typically, it's got 2 or 3 runs during the week, maybe a long run in the weekend. They mix them up between short and long distances, but that's pretty standard. And that certainly is what I've been doing for years. But what I found is over time, I wanted to do other things. I want to do intervals. I want to do hill repeats. I want to go to the gym. And I've also found that as I've gotten older and as my long distances have gotten longer, I can't do a long run every week. I need a little more time. So I have reframed my running week from 7 days to 10 days. I'm looking at a 10-day training schedule where in that 10 days, I can get 1 or 2 easy runs in. I can do a day where I do intervals or hill repeats. I can go to the gym and I can do that long run. And that 10 days is enough to give me enough rest time to do all those things so I don't overtrain and get overtired. So you may benefit from not thinking of your training week from 7 days, but maybe 10 days or somewhere between 10 and 14 days. Make that cycle a little longer, give yourself a little more rest time to help with healing and recovery and reduce the risk of injury and overtraining. So tip number 2 is to get stronger. I haven't talked too much on my channel about strength training, but it's really important. We know as we get older, we lose muscle mass. And it's really important to not only maintain that mass, but maintaining that helps with our balance, helps with our endurance, and all those things that are important to us about running. And you ladies out there, if you're postmenopausal, you should be concerned about bone density. Well, guess what? Strength training helps with bone density, help minimize those risk of hip fractures and those kinds of things. So it's really beneficial. It's anaerobic. It works on anaerobic system. It's really important you start doing that on a somewhat regular basis. Now, I kind of split my body up into 2, the upper half and the lower half. And the reason I do that, if I go into the gym and the day before, say I did a hard run, a long run or intervals, I may or may not exercise my legs. They may be too tired. I won't do that. Or if I go to the gym the next day, I know I'm going to do a long or a hard run. I probably would not exercise my legs because I want them to be as fresh as they can be for that run. So I don't always exercise my legs. But every time I go to the gym, I do my upper body because that's, it's important to maintain that muscle mass also. And it's really important also to exercise your core. So exercising your core will help with balance and stability and running form. Now, one suggestion I have, when you do exercise for strength, try to work opposite muscles. In other words, if you go to the gym and you do arm curls with a dumbbell or a machine, make sure you also exercise the muscle opposite, the triceps. If you exercise your pectoral muscles in your chest by doing chest presses, well, maybe do some kind of a rowing exercise to exercise those back muscles on the other side. That'll provide some balance in your muscles and help with your overall body form. So try and do those strength exercises, work your core also, work your upper body, your lower body, and help improve your balance and running form and strength. Now, if you're finding this information, these tips helpful, it'd really mean a lot to me and my channel if you go down and hit that like icon. YouTube likes to see those likes. So if you do that, it helps the video and my channel. Thank you so much. Now, the third tip is that could doesn't mean you should. By that, I mean, we need to really listen to our bodies. If you're feeling a little tired, maybe you're not fully recovered, you got the sniffles, you got a little bit of soreness, maybe even though you could run today, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should give it a little more time. I've gotten 2 colds this year, and both those colds were just prior to doing a race. In fact, I missed those races. And I finally came to the conclusion that I was working too hard, doing too much training too soon before the race. In other words, I think I lowered my immunity. I got sick. I should have been backed off on my training a little bit, give myself more rest time. I wasn't listening to my body. I wasn't giving myself enough recovery time. Weakened my immunity, got sick. So really listen to your body. This is especially important as you get older. How a 40-year-old answers that question, could versus should, is different than a 70-year-old. So the older you get, the more you really need to pay attention to your body and give yourself a break. Don't overdo it. Give yourself that rest and healing time that you need so you can keep on running. Those colds knocked me out each time at least 2 weeks. So I lost a month of running so far this year just due to 2 colds that maybe I could have avoided had I just listened to my body a little more. So I hope these 3 simple tips can bring some value in your running life. Reframe your training week if necessary, get some strength training, really pay attention to your body signals, and that'll help you stay healthier and run longer. So thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, please scroll down and hit that like icon. And I'd love to have you subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, please consider hitting that subscribe icon. Thank you so much and happy running.